welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hello, my name is Dee, aka the Messy Perfectionist. If you're new here, welcome. Thank you for joining us today. Today I am going to talk about my pre-op diet for my gastric sleeve that is coming up. Yes, it's been scheduled, and in 2 weeks I will officially be sleeved. If you would like to know how that's going for me and a little bit more about that, stay tuned and we'll be right back. Hi. So yes, it's official. I finally have a date for my gastric... Can't talk today. For my gastric... Oh my God. I finally have a date for my vertical gastric sleeve bariatric surgery. That's awesome. What is not awesome is the pre-op diet that I have to do for 2 weeks. So I'll get through it. I have fasted many times before, and it's not that this is anything new to me, but I think when I've done fasting, I've always done it a little different. And today is day 2. So it's just starting. It'll be fine. I just have to get in the swing of things. So I'm going to talk about a little bit what I can eat, and that's a shorter list than what I can't eat. So we're just going to go with that for today. So my surgery is scheduled for September 21st. I am really excited and nervous. I kind of just almost... I hate to sound like this, like I'm sounding negative, but I almost feel like I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop, because there's just been such a crazy circus around this with like getting scheduled and all this. It actually turned out pretty quick for me in comparison, I think, for some other folks, maybe, I'm not sure. Anyway, thank you so much to the people over at the clinic. You are all amazing. You do such hard work and you're so attentive to your patients, and I just thank you for that. If you have not watched my first video on why I'm having weight loss surgery, go ahead and I will put it up here, not sure which side it'll be on, but it'll be up there in a card right about now. And I would say go ahead and watch that first if you're interested in my personal journey on why I'm having weight loss surgery, and then follow up with this one. It'll make more sense. I've got my little paperwork here with stuff highlighted. This is from the dietitian over there, and this is a really nice thing that he gives to the patients and puts out for your pre-op, for your post-surgical, you know, vitamins that you're gonna need. So I've really prepped well, I think, for this. I'm still waiting on things like supplements and the protein water that he suggested coming from Amazon. It should be here Friday. It's fine. It's no big deal. I'll survive until then. I think the hardest thing for me has been to give up caffeine. I have been on coffee since like a kid, maybe around 14 years old. My life was crazy, and I basically had been taking care of myself since I was 9 years old. I am from an Italian family where coffee and wine are staples in your house. Did not partake in the wine until later in high school, like many people, but I did drink coffee pretty regularly as a tween and through my teens and through my adulthoods. There have been short spurts where I have given up coffee before, particularly when I did the autoimmune paleo protocol. Amazing protocol diet if you have autoimmune disease and you need to get your antibodies down. Worked really well for me. I'll go ahead and see if I can put a picture of the book that I used that I absolutely loved, and the recipes are really fantastic, or I'll link it below as well. I plan on using that protocol again after my surgery, of course, when I can eat normal foods again. 2-week pre-surgical diet is a high protein diet. The purpose for this is to shrink your liver. If you are overweight, obese, they tell you you have a fatty liver. To do the surgery, they need to, like, I don't know, get under the liver or move it over. So for your safety and your health, they want to shrink that liver down, get rid of those fat cells that your liver may be storing. So by doing that, you are eliminating carbohydrates, sugars, you know, they want you to stop fats, to have a little bit of, you know, I'm a holistic nutritionist, and I have spent 10 plus years really dedicating my life to nutrition, but it's different than what a dietitian will instruct you to do. And I also understand this is a completely different baby. Like, this is different. It's not like a diet. And I feel like when I'm looking at this, this is just the thing that is definitely going to help shrink your liver. And I know this from when I worked with people too, and doctors have said this as well. If you tell somebody to exercise 5 times a week, this is the mentality I've come across. If you tell somebody to, like, say, exercise 5 days a week, they may do that 2 or 3, and that's really what you want to tell them to do. But you know, if you say 2 or 3, then they're going to do 1 or 0. Don't know if that's how true that is for all practitioners, or if that is necessarily the truth in this. But the one thing I do know is I have looked at many different bariatric sites and listened to many different accounts of people who have had bariatric surgery, and each surgeon has like a different protocol. They're similar, but, and I don't know if that, I think part of that has to do with BMI. I know the bigger your BMI number, the longer you have to do the pre-op diet. I think it depends on your blood work numbers. Don't quote me on that. So, but the one thing they've said more than once is that everybody has to do this diet. I've heard them say that to other patients, and I've been told that myself. So you're basically living off of protein sources and calorie-free liquids. They have some protein powder that they can provide people. I'm just using my premium protein 20, I think it's called, that I've purchased from Costco. You can get it at Walmart, get it online. If you have a Costco membership, it's $20 there for a case, so definitely worth it. I'm debating trying some of this powder so I can just mix with my own unsweetened almond milk, and just to kind of change it up a little bit and see how that goes. I am having an issue because I don't like eating foods with barcodes, processed foods and stuff. Now, do not get me wrong. I have eaten plenty of that over the past couple of years as my hip degraded, and then I had a high-risk pregnancy, and it was harder to shop and food prep super healthy meals, those kind of things. So I would say in the last 2 years, I have eaten more of processed type foods than I have in the last 10 years. And that definitely has showed up in my labs a little bit, and I definitely know I'm not as active as I used to be, for sure. I used to be very active. Walking on non-union fractures of your pelvis and acetabulum for 20 years will definitely start hindering you at some point. So that was a big thing for me. Okay, so things that I can eat. I can have, besides protein shakes, and they have to be like sugar-free protein shakes. I think the premium protein has 1 gram of sugar in it. Additional protein sources that are allowed during this time are plain chicken. I cannot talk today. Plain chicken breasts with no skin or sauces. So that's fine. I can grill up, some chicken and have that. I was so glad I came across this today. I don't know why I missed it the first time, but egg whites. So you can have egg whites. Thank God, because I felt like crap this morning, and I'll get to that in a little bit. You can have water-packed tuna, you can have turkey, and then seasoning herbs like salt and pepper. And I imagine other seasonings that are not, don't have any calories or any extra things in them. I'm sure like basil is fine and stuff like that, assuming again. Other acceptable foods and beverages, say broth, chicken, beef, or vegetable. You can have sugar-free popsicles, which I could not find. If anybody out there watching this can tell me where I can find sugar-free popsicles, I would love that, just to have something different. And Jell-O. Hate Jell-O. It's sugar-free Jell-O. Don't care. Hate Jell-O. Hate it, hate it, hate it. Propel Fitness Water, a Crystal Light or similar or low-calorie drink mixes, water, skim or soy milk or unsweetened almond milk, and Torani sugar-free syrups, which I'm actually familiar with because I used to make my own coffee creamer with like half and half and the Torani syrup. I have some sugar-free Torani syrup, but the other thing I liked to always do with it was kind of make a cream soda with putting some in Perrier water, which is like the fizzy bubbly water. But you're not really supposed to have carbonated beverages leading up to your surgery. Can't do that, so I don't know what I would do with Torani syrups right now. And then they mention on there that fiber is important. If you notice, I have not listed any vegetables or fruits. It's a little crazy to me that it can't have any vegetables or fruits. Again, a really hard thing for me to kind of mentally wrap my mind around. I understand the starchy vegetables totally. I'm familiar with that. You want to keep your carbs super, super low, but like spring mix, lettuce, those kind of things are virtually non-existent carbohydrates, and they're just so good for you. Like leafy greens are so good for you. Now, I did ask my surgeon and I did ask the dietitian if it's okay if I have some spinach with my chicken, because I just feel like I don't feel right if I can't have any vegetables at all. Like I quickly feel awful these days. Like I just know it's what my body needs. I am a little anemic. I just found out recently that apparently that runs in my family on my dad's side. And I have periodically had physicians tell me, are you anemic? And about 4 months ago, I had labs done where my iron was really low. And then as soon as I found that out, I started upping my dark leafy green intake, as well as eating some lentils and things like that. And the next time I got labs done, they were fine. So, I think that might be part of it. I already deal with chronic fatigue. It's a lot for me by the afternoon. And that's a whole nother thing to talk about. Adrenal dysfunction and cortisol that's crazy and not producing anymore from, chronic pain. But anyway, fiber, they suggest doing adding like a fiber supplement like Benefiber or Metamucil to your protein shake or liquid so that you have that. So day 1 was yesterday. Was pretty well. I had gotten, because turkey is on the okay list, I had gotten like a pre-cooked Jenny O turkey breast and cut a couple slices off of it and stuck it in my air fryer to heat it up because I can't stand the flavor of like microwaved meats. It makes me sick. Took about 2 bites of it and it just tasted like nothing but salt. It was like, it was just disgusting. I was starving by that point, so I shoved it down at about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And I had a couple of protein shakes yesterday, and I did drink some decaf coffee. I felt headachy and not satisfied at all, and very hungry by the nighttime. I know it'll pass in a few days. I'm hoping it'll pass. When I have done HCG in the past, now I know you have the hormone on board if you're using the real hormone. I'm never hungry past day 4, and then day 4 to like 15 is a breeze. So I'm hoping that once my body enters ketosis, I'm doing better in that way. But this morning, I woke up and my head was killing me and my body just ached. And I also think part of that is because you can't take NSAIDs 2 weeks prior to surgery and fish oil. I know that from previous surgeries. They worry about excess bleeding. So I take meloxicam almost every night to deal with my chronic pain. I have really bad arthritis in my back, and I have, you know, the hip issues, and just I'm in pain daily. It's just something I have to deal with on a regular basis. So with taking that away, I've really noticed a little bit of a difference. And I'm not sure what supplements I can do. You know, I was taking black cumin seed as a natural anti-inflammatory, and I used to do turmeric, but I'm just not sure how that would affect anything with surgery or anesthesia. So I've just been going without. It's okay. I just tell myself I've gone through way worse, and I have dealt with pain before way worse than this, and it's just a little bump in the road. You know, the end goal, keep that end goal focused. So I messaged my dietitian. I emailed him this morning or early afternoon when I just really started feeling shaky. My sugar was crashing. It was at 60. What happens to me is this, and this has happened when I've done HCG protocols. I'm really good about sticking to a plan 9 times out of 10. You know, I won't cheat on a diet if I dedicate myself to it, all of that. But what happens is I rather not eat anything at all than eat something that doesn't taste good to me. So I will fast for super long periods of time, and then all of a sudden it hits me, start feeling kind of that blood sugar crash. I was like, oh my God, I have to have something. So I grabbed the protein shake, stabilized my blood sugar, and then I didn't hear back from him, and I reviewed the list again. And I was like, oh, egg whites. I have egg whites. So I went downstairs and I made myself some, I ripped up about maybe half a cup of spinach in my hands, threw that in a pan with some fat-free, you know, nonstick spray, threw those egg whites in and salt and peppered them and ate it. Felt totally satisfied, and I feel fine. I'm starting to get a little bit hungry right now, and it is, what time is it? Yeah, it's 6:15 at night, so it's hungry time. So I'll probably have another protein shake, get my other water in. I am trying to drink like 2 or 3 of these. This was from Banner from previous surgery, and I love this cup. So I've been trying to drink a lot more water than I had been, and doing some lemon in my water because I know that's really good. It's really good for your liver and kind of getting those toxins out. So particularly when you're fasting, if you're going to try a lemon water thing, it's best to do with your lemon water in the morning. But I like lemon water, so I just drink it throughout the day. And I probably end up with, when I'm doing this, I end up with having the juice of 1 lemon for total. You know, I'll cut wedges in my water and end up at the end of the day about 1 lemon. So I have lots of lemons in my fridge. What I'll probably do with my chicken is I will do some soaking it with some lemon and garlic, and then throwing it on the grill so I can enjoy it. But I'm not a big meat eater. I can go fine with just having meat like once a week or something. That was a challenge when I did autoimmune paleo protocol, because you eat a lot of meat. So you have your 2-week pre-op diet, and there's the 2 days pre-surgical diet. I'm very tongue-tied today. And that is just your clear liquid diet for your 2 days prior. So it looks like you can have your protein 20 water, which should be coming before then. And then sugar-free liquids. So listed is water, Crystal Light, Powerade Zero, Propel, sugar-free Kool-Aid. Sorry, Kool-Aid, just don't do Kool-Aid. Just use this time for healing and putting good things in your body. That's my 2 cents. Decaf coffee and sugar-free popsicles. And then miscellaneous is chicken broth, beef broth, vegetable broth, sugar. It says sugar sweeteners, but I believe that's sugar-free sweeteners, and Tirani sugar-free syrups, and Premier Clear. Basically, all I'm living off of right now is protein shakes and I'll probably have some egg whites every day until I get totally sick of that. That's kind of what's been going on. I'm excited about that. On a totally different note, I opened up an Etsy shop. If you go to my channel, you can click on the banner. There's an E for Etsy along with my website and Instagram account. I'll be honest, I don't use Instagram very much. I've been trying recently. I'm terrible at it. I don't know, too old or something. I'm just terrible with Instagram. And I'm not on Facebook or anything like that, so not yet. Don't really want to go back, but I've heard and have personally used Facebook Marketplace for sales and things like that, so we'll see. What I'm doing is I have some merch. I have my logo, that's the Messy Perfectionist. I have on a mug that you could buy if you wanted to like support my channel a little bit, but that's just really the only thing right now. The really fun part is I have created my own designs, graphic designs, and I'm so into the Halloween thing right now that I wanted to really just kind of be Halloween focused. So I have quite a few different designs for shirts and sweatshirts and hoodies that you can purchase. I have ordered some samples for myself so I can make sure the quality is okay and can also share with all of you guys. I also have some journals that I've designed that I put out there, and I'm just starting small because I want to see how it goes. Now, I was off to a rough start. I just opened up my Etsy shop and immediately got shut down. And I was like, what? What just happened? So I don't know exactly, but I have a pretty good idea. It was just a matter of me not checking off a few boxes, and I don't know how to do this. Like, I'm all self-taught with everything, with all these things. So, mistakes are going to happen. But it was pretty quick to be turned around. So that was yesterday. By today, my shop is back open. So, be sure to check that out. I would love your input. You can also go ahead and click on my website link and subscribe there. And then you will get monthly newsletters from me, just kind of updates where I'll also attach some of these videos. I don't do too many written, let me rewind. I haven't done any written blogs in a really long time, but if you're interested a little bit on meditation, what it was like having a high-risk pregnancy, some recipes, really good whole food recipes, you can find them on my website. So that's all for now, my friends. I am excited and nervous, but I know that this is what's right for me next on the path, and I really thank everybody who has been super supportive of me. It means more than you know. And really, thanks so much for watching this channel. This has been a joy for me, even though very outside of my comfort zone, and it takes me forever to set up. Maybe I'll put my little blooper in there as I was trying to set up today, if you watch to the end of this. But anyway, I hope everyone is doing great and you have a good night, and I will see you soon. Bye.